Yu-Gi-Oh fans, have you ever made your own custom cards? And if so, what is your favorite one you've ever created? I ask this because I've made quite a few custom cards myself and upload them to r/custom Yu-Gi-Oh. My favorite of which would probably have to be my custom Dimension Dragons. I think I mentioned in a previous post that Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 was my favorite season of the anime, due in part to the 4 Dimension Dragons used by the main character Yuya. And I always thought it was a shame, retroactively, that we never got a Link or Ritual Dimension Dragon. And I know why they couldn't have done that in the series. Obviously, Link summoning hadn't been invented yet, and there wasn't a Ritual season of the anime to base a Ritual Dimension off of. Although, I personally think they could have used Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, the original season, for that, because a lot of Duel Monsters characters had some form of Ritual Monster, and it just would have been nice to see some of those original characters in the same way we got versions of other characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, but that's besides the point. But because I felt like it was a shame that we never got these other 2 Dimension Dragons, I went ahead and made what I thought they would be like. I made my Dimension Traveler Link Dragon and Star Searcher Ritual Dragon. I made them counterparts of each other, because I kind of headcaned it as, well, if Yuya's using the 4 that currently exist, a new character would use the 2 that don't exist. And because of that, much like how all the other Dimension Dragons have their support archetypes separate, or when they're not being all used by Yuya. That's a bit awkwardly phrased, but I'm sticking with it. I made one custom archetype to support my 2 dragons. I called them the Planetary Paladins, a group of psychic monsters ranging in levels, each with an associated planet in the solar system. And probably, if I were to make more support for them, I'd start bringing in like moons and stuff, all connected to our solar system. And it was a really fun challenge to make an archetype that supported both a Ritual and Link monster, because to my knowledge, that's never been done before. Rituals are kind of under-supported, and Links are the most supported, so it was kind of fun to tie them together. I had a lot of effects that had extra stuff or could only be activated if you had both a Link and Ritual monster on the field. But yeah, I loved making those cards. I loved the theme of it. I even, temporarily, I generated artwork for them using an AI so I can get a rough idea of what they look like before I get them commissioned. And even just the AI art turned out so good that, well, I still want to get them commissioned. I fell in love with these monsters. So they're just my absolute favorite thing that I've ever made in association with Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, that's going to be my favorite. But let me know if you've made any custom cards and what your favorites were, because I really like hearing about stuff like this.